Good morning, good morning, good morning, and of course, good morning. Hello, how you doing? Thank you very much for that resub. Very kind of you. Thank you very much indeed. How you doing? I hope you're well. I hope you had a good weekend. I am fully recovered, I think, from my from my vaccine shot on Thursday. Oh boy, did that mess me up. I haven't been like sick or ill for such a long time. I'd kind of forgotten what it was like, and it was bad. It was awful. Yeah, it took me kind of like 2 days to fully recover from it. It was pretty ass. But you know, I guess that means it's working. So yeah. So yeah, so that was a thing that happened. So unfortunately, I had to cancel Friday's stream, which meant we were on episode 69 or session 69 or day 69 or whatever you want to call it, for as long as it was. But we're now to day 70. So it's no longer nice. It was nice. It's no longer nice. But thank you very much for that resub. I do really appreciate it. Looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Today we are playing Legend of Keepers. We're going to continue from where we left off. Because I had a lot of fun with Legend of Keepers when we were playing it last week. Let's switch over. Here we go. Hello. Hi. Yes, I had a lot of fun with this last week when we were playing it. So I was like, let's play a little bit more. Can we skip this though? Can we skip this? Yes, no, whatever. We've seen this. So yeah, let's pick up from where we left off, and see if I can remember how to play this game. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I like it. Right, we need to put you away because you're knackered. Let's see. Put you up here and then you in here. Yeah. I'm going to put you in here as well. Okay, so we don't have a lot of gold, so we can't do much at all this week. We don't really have a lot of anything currently, so we could buy a new person, but I think we're just going to leave. We haven't got enough money to be getting monsters and stuff. We can go to the alchemist though, and we can probably turn. There we go. We can turn some of our blood and tears that we've got down here, which you can't really see because I'm in the way. But we have some blood and tears down here, which we can turn into gold. So that's probably a good plan. I think we'll do that one more time. There we go. And now we'll leave. We've got 5 artifacts, which is pretty cool. Blood and tears is currency, yeah. So a bit like where Darkest Dungeon, you have sanity for your heroes. The heroes in this game who are fighting against you have morale, and if you deplete their morale entirely, they run away. And if you cause a hero to run away, you get tears, and if you kill them, you get blood. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I will break you. Yeah, that's basically how that works. So let's see what traps do we have? Oh, we've got those ones. Okay, I don't really want to upgrade my traps because I don't really like the traps that I've got particularly. Let's do a business trip. Let's send myself on a business trip because we're not really using me at the moment, and we'll get some gold for that. Okay. What's this? What does a course do? An opportunity to send one of your employees to an intensive training course. We're coming up for a champion fight. There's no point. There's no point sending them away. Absolutely no point whatsoever. An archaeologist is ringing your doorbell to claim an artifact, blaming you for looting it. He even dares to demand you donate it to a museum. Let's slice him for 15 blood. There we go. So this is the last week. So and we're up against a champion. So this is probably not going to go particularly well. But we might be okay. We might be okay. We've got most of our heavy hitters. So we might be okay. So it's a proper difficult one, and they get a resting room, which means at one point during their dungeon run they get to take a short rest, basically, which gives them about 15% of their health back. So that's not ideal. But we have got some artifacts. So Demoralized deals 200% physical damage instead of morale. So if we can demoralize them, they'll take extra physical damage. Applies burn 3 to all heroes when a demon is defeated, and we do have a lot of demons. We have a 25% chance that monsters defeated come back to life as a skeleton warrior. Monsters placed at the front gain plus 40 speed, and the trap that we put at the start triggers twice, but then we can only put one trap down. So that's that. Okay, let's see how we get on. So this is our preparation phase. So this is where we get to decide what we do and who we're up against. So first off, we have this character. Only attacks the back target. Heals 25% of one hero's maximum life after a fight once. So at the end of a combat, once all my dudes are dead, it does a heal on one of the characters for 25% of their life. And it can't be affected by bleeding, which is quite a big deal. So we want to try and kill this one off before it gets to the end. Our boss. What's this one? This one only attacks the front with fire damage, deals ice damage to the monster with the lowest ice resistance at the start of each fight. Okay. And can't be affected by penalties dealing damage or morale over time. Oh, for fuck's sake. Great. So that's going to be really hard to kill as well. And then the champion only does damage to the back monster as well, which does ice damage and brings a dead hero back to life as a skeleton warrior at the start of each turn. Great. Gains enraged 2 when the Necromancer loses morale. So if we go for a morale on the Necromancer, it's going to get enraged. Well, shit. Okay. Well, let's pop in the let's put in this one first. And then I'm going to want this dude up front, this dude at the back, and then this dude in the middle. So if you type #2 in the chat, yes you do, that will give my monsters a speed increase of 40. There you go. So now it's got 100% votes currently. See? Just like that. And the names of some of these characters will reflect on whoever is in your chat at the time. And if you type 1, then it would give it to the monsters instead, or the heroes, I should say, because we're the monsters. So that's their rest room. This is our mermaid person. Okay. I'm gonna put that one in there, and then that one there, and then that one there, and then hope, because we don't get another trap because we've got the artifact that does our trap thing at the start, and then we have our. Oh god, I don't know if this is gonna go very well. But we've got some decent stacks of decent stacks of poison on these two. And also demoralized, at certain points demoralized. So at the moment they're unwavering, so their damage, the amount of damage that they take is unchanged. But once they get below 75%, they'll start taking increased damage by 15%. When they get to half of their morale, they take 35% more damage. At 25%, they take 75% more damage. And then obviously when they're at 0, they run away. So let's do some demoralizing stuff to try and reduce their morale so that they take more damage. Also, this one hits like a truck, which is amazing. But now he's dead, so that's not great. Ah, but he's come back as a skeleton warrior. Now I know this one is immune to bleeding, so there's no point doing my blade thrust, so I'm just going to do a dual slash. Oh, she's almost dead. Let's go with that. And do damage to the one at the back. And then I think we just kill the one at the front. There we go. Yeah, I figured that would probably happen. But then she gets a skeleton warrior, but that's not as bad as actually having a proper hero. Wow, she's almost dead. Right, so they're gonna heal now because this is their rest room. But she's actually like half health, which is surprising. Right, up against my mermaid. So we've got this, which does 24 nature damage to everything and minus 16 morale, applies demoralized. Or we can just go for some straight up damage to the one at the back. I think we're going to go with this one for the first attack and hope that we get a second attack to then hit them with something else. Yeah, the art's really cool. Yeah. Okay, let's go with the trident. Cool, that's a big chunk of damage. But I think Mermaid is probably going to die here. Yep. Okay, so we can enrage our next group of monsters so that they start doing more damage, or we can use an intimidation which lowers morale. Honestly, I think going for kills is probably a better idea. I mean, we could do a Burning Whip against and do 65 damage against the Skeleton Warrior, but I think enraging our next group. Hazel, hello! How you doing? I think enraging our next group of monsters is probably the best way to go here. So we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay. Let's go with the killing off the back creature. If we can. That didn't really do a lot, did it? Oh, shit. Okay, well... we're getting there. You're buzzing? You're buzzing? What are you buzzing? Are you just happy that it's a Monday? Is anyone ever happy that it's a Monday? I don't know. Right, so this one does extra damage if the target is affected by demoralized, which these two are. So let's use Crow Swarm. Try and do a little bit more damage to these guys. Not particularly Monday related? Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm feeling better now after my vaccine, because my vaccine shot kind of knocked me out for like a couple of days.
Here comes my dinner.
Here comes my dinner. Right, let's go with. That's only going to affect the front one, so that's not really much point. So let's do this one. This will make them bleed. Let's get some stacks of bleed going on those ones at the front. She's going to die soon, just probably from these stacks of these debuffs that we've got on her. Do you know what? Let's do it again. That last one is a pain because we can't put any debuffs on it. But the Necromancer is down, which is great. You gotta get some work done? Yeah, no worries, man. Oh, before you go... my D&D session last night... Oh my god. I just want to tell you real quick. Shh, shush, shush. I don't care. I just want to tell you real quick. Yeah, you saw my tweet, right? Last night. So basically... I'll do this as quickly as I can. So basically, they'd done... My players had done a job for this crime lord, whatever you want to call him, in the main city. They'd done a job for them, and in return, they were going to arrange a way for one of the players' characters to sneak into the jail undetected to interrogate a prisoner in there, and the prisoner in there was responsible for the death of most of that player's family. And they said, right, so this was the setup. They did the job, and then they set up this meet basically between these two. So they were like, okay, we can get you in. We can set up a distraction. We can get you in magically into the building. But once you're in there, you've got 10 minutes. Because that's when the spell will run out, and if you take longer than 10 minutes, then the spell will close, and you won't be able to get back out again, and the guards will find you inside. So you've got 10 minutes, but you can't attack him, you can't kill him, you can't do anything like that, because otherwise they'll know that something is up. And if you do that, then that's going to be bad. So he was like, yep, fine, okay. So he goes in, and he asks a few questions. He doesn't really get the roles that he wants for intimidating this guy, because this guy is like, you know, he's involved with crime families. He's not going to be easily intimidated, and so he sets him on fire with magic and kills him. And then so the person that's working for this crime boss that's helped them get in is like, they're not gonna like this. They're not gonna like this at all. Like, we had a deal and you just broke that. And then they left. So like the wizard who just killed this guy, and his best friend, his only friend at this point, was like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? And we're like, we're going to have to leave. We're going to have to leave the city. Like, tonight. We need to go and get some horses, and we need to go. So they went back to the tavern to try and meet up with the other two people in the party, and then realised that they'd probably gone to arrange horses for tomorrow, because they were supposed to be setting out at the crack of dawn tomorrow on horseback to one of the nearby villages. So they went to the stables. They got to the stables and met up with them, and they're sort of exchanging coin, and the teenager essentially that's at the stable at this time of night, which was like, I don't know, it was like 10 o'clock at night at this point. The teenager there is just like, look, I just need names so I know who I'm renting these horses to, because you're not buying them, so I need to know who I'm renting them to, in case they don't come back, because we've had problems with horse thieves. So instead of coming up with like a decent fake name, they were like coming up with Fakey McFake name. And then the wizard tried to bribe the teenager, and the teenager was like, right, 2 gold is fine, but like, that's not going to cover the cost of a horse. So, like, you can keep your 2 gold. I really do need a name. At which point, like, the saddles are on the horses at this point. So they mount up. The wizard snatches the piece of paper from the kid's out the teenager's hand, and burns it, because he's a wizard and he does fire stuff. So now, like, even the Fakey McFake name has been destroyed, but also everyone that he's done business with that day and maybe even earlier in the week is now gone. Like, he has no record of anything. So he calls for the guards. And then, so it's the wizard. Yeah, I know. The wizard and his friend, who was with him when they went to do the interrogation. The wizard and his friend are on horseback, and they start to try and leave through the main gate. The other 2 members of the party are just like, what the fuck is happening? So the two guards at the main gate are like, you need to stop. The wizard then casts Earthen Grasp, and kind of pulls one of them to one side, whilst also doing damage to him. So they attack a city guard. So they've murdered a prisoner and attacked a city guard, and destroyed property and like records for this business owner. And they managed to make it out through the main gate. The other guard tries to throw a spear but misses. We have 2 guys up the top who shoot crossbows down at him. One of them misses. The other one would have hit, but he's a divination wizard, so he uses his portent to make sure that he doesn't get hit. And they ride off into the darkness. The other 2 get taken to go and see the captain of the guard, who they've been doing business with and doing bounties and stuff for. So they're well known to this captain. So all of this other stuff's going on. And then we cut back to the 2 that ran out on horseback, and they get like 30 minutes or so away from the city, and the Dragonborn blood hunter is like, dude, you need to stop. We need to like figure this out. So they both get off their horses, and instead of trying to like use his words and like do some persuasion rolls and like, I don't know, just like using reason to like figure stuff out, the Dragonborn decides to try and put him in a sleeper, just try and grapple him and put him in a sleeper hold to knock him out, so that he can then take him back to the city. Unfortunately, he rolls really low on his grapple check, and the wizard has quite high dex, so his acrobatic skill is quite high, and so it doesn't work. Yeah, the voice of reason for the blood hunter, I know. So it doesn't work, and then the blood hunter, he's gone like the route of lycanthropy, so he kind of morphs and becomes slightly larger and more dragon-like, because we decided that would be cool, seeing as he's dragonborn, that he would become more dragon-like in his like lycanthrope type form. So he becomes like, he gets pissed and he's like, becoming this more dragon-like creature. And the wizard's like, look, dude, I don't want to fight you. This is just not going to happen. I'm not going to go back. And we end up rolling initiative. They end up having this fight. The blood hunter is just rolling really terribly. Like, the best roll he got was the bag of tricks that he had. He managed to get a panther out of it. That was the best roll he had. Every other roll after that was not above a 10. Like, he did not roll above a 10 on any of his d20s. So the Panther missed every single attack, and he missed every single attack, whereas the Wizard was casting like second level Witch Bolts. That's like 2d12 damage. Yeah, Bloodhunters don't have that much HP at level 3, which is what we're playing at the moment. Otherwise, I mean, if he'd hit his attacks, it would have been a totally different situation. But neither of them have health potions. So even if like the Bloodhunter had knocked the Wizard down to 0 HP, there's no guarantee that he would have been able to stabilize him. Anyway, what ended up happening was that the Wizard knocked the Bloodhunter unconscious, and then had to try and fight this Panther off, and then destroyed the Panther. But by the time he'd ended his turn in which he destroyed the Panther, the Bloodhunter had already failed 2 death saving throws. So the Wizard's like, okay, can I like do a medicine check on him now? Can I search him for potions? I'm like, no. You've just finished your turn. You used your action to defeat the Panther. You have your movement left and a bonus action. That's it. That's all you've got left on this turn. But after your turn, it's the Bloodhunter's turn. He didn't have a potion. He didn't have any kind of bandages or anything like that. So he had to wait until his next turn. So if the Bloodhunter rolled a successful death save, he may have been able to stabilize him. But the problem was the Bloodhunter didn't roll a successful death save. He didn't roll above a 10 at all. Well, he's 11 and above, isn't it, for death saves? So his last roll was like a 4 or something. And so the Divination Wizard was like, haha, no, it's not. It's a 10. I'm like, yeah, that still fails. He was like, shit. So yeah. So the Wizard killed an important prisoner, destroyed the property of a business owner, attacked and injured a guard, and killed his best friend, his only friend, all in one session. That's the first time I've ever had a player character die this early and not at the hands of me. So that was interesting. So now I'm like, what the fuck is going to happen now? I really don't know what I'm going to do next. It's going to be interesting for sure. Yeah, well, I didn't have any. I mean, yes and no. They were I mean, they were pissed at the guy that plays the Wizard. Because they were just like, "What are you doing?" But it kind of makes sense because he wants to find out what's happened to his family and where his family are, and he's like, I can't let anything stand in my way. I need to find my family, yeah, and instead of questioning the prisoner and actually getting decent answers, or getting some leads, he got like a couple of answers, and then when the intimidation stuff didn't really work, he killed him. So he just doesn't have any chance of any answers from that guy now. But now he's also a wanted man from the law, and the criminal element, which he kind of had an in with, also doesn't want anything to do with him in like the capital city. So yeah. So basically, the other 2 members of the party have been offered a bounty to go and get the 2 of them, the other 2 that left. They've been offered a bounty to go and collect the other 2, and they've got until dawn to decide whether they want to take it or not. And if they decide not to take it, then the captain of the guard's just going to open it up to anyone. So yeah, so the players themselves are a little bit pissed, but it has made for a very interesting narrative as to what's going to happen next. I mean, I was just... They started the session in a library reading books. And I'm like, how has this happened? What? How has this happened? So yeah, that's a thing that's been going on. It's been very very strange. I think I'm gonna have to do like a session or like a mini session with just the wizard to figure out where he's going and what he's doing. Yeah, I'm not really sure how that's gonna work because we've essentially split the party at this point. So yeah, but by all means, you can go back into lurk mode. Sorry, I just wanted to like tell you because it was so crazy. So I just wanted to kind of tell you before you went into lurk mode, just in case, because holy shit. But yeah, so I'm thinking I might have to do like a
They will learn to fear me.
okay. I think I might have to do a solo session with the wizard just to kind of figure stuff out, really, and see if we can figure out where he's going from here. But you know, consequences now. Yeah. Thing is, like we've done like, I don't know, like 5 sessions or something, 6 sessions. So I like, this wasn't even like a long con or anything. Okay.
Let's get to work.
Yeah, 6 sessions in and a wizard became a murder hobo. Yeah, quite literally, because now he's got nowhere to go. So yeah, go back to your lurk. That's fine. I just wanted to let you know before you went lurking. But I do appreciate you being here, and thank you again for the sub. Okay. John, what? Let's take the. I don't know which one to take. I don't know which one would be better. Let's take the Hydra. We haven't had the Hydra yet. We'll see how the Hydra goes. What are our employees like? Oh, we've got a vampire. Our first vampire. Okay. Okay, you should go and be in the same group as them. You should come up the front. Okay, that'll do for the moment. Okay, and what traps have we got? A flying dagger, which does bleed to the front target, and our circular saw, which does bleed to all targets. Okay, well then let's upgrade our circular saw. And let's upgrade him, and then we've got no money at all. Okay, let's go to the event. An enthusiast has tracked an artifact to you and would like to buy it for a very attractive price. He seems to carry other similar objects on his person. One of your employees would be able to steal one from him without him noticing. So we can steal a pocket mirror. So damage of the first attack suffered by monsters placed at the back is returned to the assailant. once per fight, which is pretty good. Or we can get 200 gold for this. For vampire skin. Let's steal this one. Can we not steal? Oh, we don't have that guy. Okay, we'll have to sell it then. We'll have to sell it. Okay, let's go to the merchant. Let's see what we've got here. So we have a skeleton majorette, which does physical damage and applies vulnerable, and does fire damage and 21 morale. That's pretty cool. And then we've got the catapult, which does 15 morale and applies demoralized, which is also pretty cool. Let's get the bone catapult. Yeah. Okay. So we have 3 different choices here. We have an easy one with a disaster room. We get a new monster and a little bit of gold. We've got a normal difficulty one with a little bit extra gold than the other one and a monster. Or a 3 sword difficulty with a disaster room, a monster, and even more gold. Well, I think number 3 is probably the best one to go for here. But this is open to voting. Type #1, #2, or #3 in the chat. I'm going to type #3 because I want that one to go through. That's the one I'm going to be voting for. But you are more than welcome to vote for other ones if you would wish. You have 13 seconds left to vote, and then we'll get started. All right, here we go. Okay, so the support vote is for Shell. Damage taken from attacks reduced by 20%. #2 in the chat to help me out, if you wouldn't mind. Alright, let's start off with some bone catapult, I think, for this one. Who are we up against this time? We've got Roland, level 2 knight. He has a passive skill where he gains enraged when another hero is defeated. So we kind of want to defeat him first, I think. Okay, what we got here? Immune to master spells. Okay, and that one does a heal. Only attacks the back target. And then this one, morale losses reduced by 50%. Randomly moves all monsters to another position at the start of the first fight. Well, that sucks. Okay. So yeah, we'll start off with the bone catapult. Try and reduce some of their morale. I'm going to put this one at the back, this one at the front, and this one in the middle. I don't know if it's going to make that much difference because they're going to move them around anyway. So yeah, well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I don't think that's gone through, Hazel. I don't think your vote has done anything. Yeah, it doesn't. It says 0%. There you go. Worked that time. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. Let's stick in the circular saw for that one. Then we get our Hydra. Then we get a spell. Then we get a disaster room, and then we get our other party. So let's put him in here, that one there, and then that one there. There we go. And then we get the boss. Prepare to die. That's actually worked out pretty well for me, actually. So, the vampire, right. What does the vampire do? Air damage. Damage dealt increased by 10% per stack of bleeding. Okay, so we want to do front we want to do this one first then. Yeah. So we want to do this one first, and then that one. That didn't do anything. I thought that you were supposed to do... Oh, it doesn't actually put any bleeding on the target. Okay. It just spreads bleeds. Okay. So we could go for morale, or we could get more bleeds on this guy at the front. I think we do that. Okay, and now we do this one again, and then it should move the stacks of bleeds to the one behind. So now they both have bleeds on them. Oh, but now our vampire's dead. Which sucks. Let's do a demoralizing shout for this one. So now this guy's going to start taking a bit more damage. But I think both my guys are going to die before they get another turn. Orc might get another try. Just. There we go, nice 6 stacks of bleeds on this guy. Right, that's the one heal done. Now they've all got some bleeds on them. Alright, Hydra. Alright, Hydra, what we got? So we've got Rockfall. So it does damage to the front guy. Applies more bleeding. We got Venom Spit, which does damage to the back one and applies poison. And then we've got Breath, which does fire damage to everyone. Let's go with Rockfall first. It's not doing huge amounts of damage, is it? I'd kind of hope that these creatures would be a little bit more tanky. Well, he has got 11 stacks of bleed on him now, so that should hopefully help. He's got 106 health, and he's probably going to die in like 2 turns. So let's not attack him anymore. Let's go with the one at the back. Let's stick some poison on the one at the back. Yeah. So he just took like 54 damage on that turn. So he's probably going to die here. There we go. Okay, she's immune to Master's spells. So there's no point in using Burning Whip because it won't do anything. Intimidation won't do anything to her either, so I think we just enrage the next group of monsters. Let's give him some slow. Let's go with the poison dagger on this one. So which one is it? Is it this one that applies haste to the monsters in front? Okay, let's do that. So they're slowed and we're hasted. Which is quite a nice combination. She's probably going to die soon, so let's start going on the back. We can do this again, I suppose. She's going to die from the poison. He's going to kill her before she dies from the poison. So now it's just this guy. Oh, my goblin might die before he does. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Great stuff. Ooh, Hazel. Hazel, do you want to be a cultist? Hazel the cultist. Alright. You're in. You're in the group. Cool. Let's go to the trainer. Can we train anyone? Do we have enough gold to train anyone? We've got enough gold to train him. That's about it. Let's do the event. One of your employees has accidentally discovered a long-lost secret tunnel. You can keep everything for yourself, reward your employee with some gold, or gift them the artifact. Let's reward them. Because then that buffs them, buffs their little tiredness level. So that's good. Let's do another event. A headhunter is here to show you a promising monster who's spotted on the job market. No, I'd like to, but I can't because I've got no money. Alright, let's do some plundering. Let's do some plundering. Okay. So we get a little bit of gold. It's not going to really take not too much of a risk. That one's going to be a lot more gold. Not too much of a risk either, and we've got a 20% chance to set a monster free. Let's do that one. Oh. Fuck's sake. Okay, well... got 156 gold, so that's not so bad. Okay, well... Furbog is out of action currently, so that's not great. But fortunately, we've got another monster to kind of hold the ranks for us, so... Okay, so we've got 3 different paths to choose again. We've got an easy one. Well, I say an easy. Well, it should be an easy one. We've got a disaster room. We get a monster and a little bit of gold. Second one, yeah, I think going for the third one is probably the best option here. Although we could do with the extra gold. The last one does not give us very much gold, but it does give us a new artifact, which I guess makes up for the fact that we don't get a lot of gold. Yeah, I would say probably number 3 is probably the best one here. But number 2 is probably quite good too, because we get the extra gold. But it's up to you guys. #1, #2, or #3 in the chat. You got 15 seconds to vote. I'm going to vote for #3. That's what I'm going to vote for. Get us a new artifact. We've got the boot things, which I think that speeds up. I think that speeds up the person in front. Yeah, they get extra 40 speed. Okay. So #2 in the chat to help buff my monsters. Alrighty, what we got? Who are we up against? We have a level 3 sage called Woo. Woo! Rise, how you doing? How you doing? I hope you're well. What do they do? Applies elemental weakness. This one prevents monsters from coming back to life. And this one can't be affected by poison. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Let's put our bone catapult at the front. And then we'll put in our circular saw here. That's fine. And then we get to do our first set of monsters. So, you there. Let's put you there and you there. Sure. I don't know if it's going to make much difference. Then they come up against the Hydra. Then they get a spell. And then they get the last set of monsters. Which is our Harpy, our Goblin, and our Gnoll. Okay. And if they make it past all of that, they get to the boss. But I don't think they'll make it that far. Oh. Let's go with some slowed. Yeah, 5 stacks of slow. Nice, now they're all bleeding as well. Which is perfect for this guy, because this is where the vampire is. Alright, Hazel. What are we going to do here? We're going to set them on fire, or are we going to apply some tiredness? Oh yeah, let's do that one. Inner emptiness. Minus 48 morale. Let's give him some more stacks of bleeding. And then let's spread those stacks of bleeding to the target behind them. Nice. Now the middle target has 6 stacks of bleeding. That's good. Oh, but now that guy's dead. Which is not good. Okay. Morale dealt double if the target is affected by at least 2 penalties. Well, they are. So let's do that. And then we've got Bloodbath. Damage dealt increased by 10% per stack of bleeding. So you have 3 stacks of bleeding. So this should do more damage to you. Ooh. Nice. That's a cool little... Yeah, the Paladin healed the bleed, yeah. Yeah, they can replace one of their penalties with a bonus at the start of their turn. It's unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. Let's go with some fire. I don't know if they can only do it once, though. Oh yeah, can only do it once. Yeah, let's do some more fire. In the hope that that will be... Oh man, it didn't work. He didn't get set on fire. None of them got burning. That's not good. That's not good. I was kind of hoping that they would all get a burning, but they did not get a burning. We could do an intimidation, which would affect the front and the back one, or we could just enrage. I think we'll just enrage. We'll just enrage. We'll just enrage them. It's fine. Okay, let's do damage to the one at the back. We're going to do a gust, which buffs these 2. That should kill that guy. And now we're going to poison the paladin and bleed. And now that this is poisoned, we do more damage. With the null. Oh, and now it's tired as well. Oh. So the damage it does is reduced. It probably still does enough to kill it, yeah, unfortunately. Oh. Okay, yep, I thought that might kill that one off. Good. Still going. Oh, 7 stacks of tiredness. Well, it's managed to make it through. Managed to make it through. Just
what I needed to decorate my study.
But yeah, that's all you're gonna get.
To decorate my home.
Alrighty. So we have a Nightmare Catcher. Demoralized, deals 200% physical damage instead of morale. Could be useful. Miraculous Pill. Monsters placed at the back perform an additional attack but lose -20 speed and start fights with 50% less health, or 50% of their maximum life. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, the extra attack is great, but like, that'll be it. They'll get those 2 attacks and then that's it. They'll be dead. Which, to be fair, that is probably about standard anyway, most of the time. Like, most of my creatures only get 2 attacks and then they're dead. So if we make sure that if we were to put that... No, because oh yeah, they perform an additional attack, but they lose 20 speed and they start the fight. Yeah, so they might actually not even get a chance to have a turn, and they'll be dead. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't like that. Grants 50% to apply Frostbite 2 with monsters' attacks, which deal morale. So what does the Frostbite do? 5% of maximum life as ice damage per turn. That could be alright, because we do some stuff with morale, especially at the start. I think I kind of like the Unholy Shroud. The Nightmare Catch is okay, but I think I like the Unholy Shroud. Yeah, let's do that one. We'll do that. Okay. Where are we at? He's still out injured. Everyone else is okay-ish. Alright. Engineer. Let's upgrade our Bone Catapult to do more morale and apply more demoralized. Let's do a random event. Golthor demands blood. Quench his thirst and he will send one of his most dreadful avatars into the mortal world. Summons a random monster of demon type. We've got blood. There you go. Have 25 blood. I don't know what that means. Do we just get a random demon? Oh, we've got one of these now. Okay, cool. Let's put you at the front. Let's go to the event. While walking through the corridors, you notice a monster waiting for a job interview. You could hire the candidate right now, which we can't. Yeah, I think we're just going to intimidate them and get some tears. Let's go to the therapist. Let's do a thank. That should put most people at full. Yeah, so there's a couple that need a need a break. But we're on a champion. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And they get a resting room. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Kind of like you and you. So I kind of like these two together because of the bleed stuff that they do together. But I don't know if I really want them in group 1. Kind of feel like they should be in group 2. Whereas this is all more morale stuff, which I kind of like. So we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. They get a resting room as well, which sucks. Yeah, this one probably not. I'll either go with this group of the goblin, the gnoll, and the harpy, or I'll be going skeleton dude, vampire, and harpy. Depending on how we feel and depending on what we're up against. Because this guy does more damage if they're poisoned. If the target is poisoned, which this guy does. Although he does bleeding as well, so I could put these 3 in. Because they all do bleeding, and this guy benefits if a target is bleeding. So I don't think I'd put Nerzik in with these two, just because he doesn't really get any benefit from targets if they're bleeding, whereas this one does stuff. This one applies bleeds, and people behind it take less damage. Bleed and poison. Right, no, this one does bleed and poison. Because all of his attacks apply bleeding. So when he does the poison attack, it also puts bleeding on them as well. So yeah, I could put him in with these ones, and it would work. There would be some kind of synergy. Okay. All right, support vote. #2 in the chat to help me out here. Oh no, we've got another innkeeper. Goddamn innkeeper. So the innkeeper gains 2 bonuses and 2 penalties at the start of each turn. Removes the penalty with the least stacks at the end of the turn and regenerates 5% of the innkeeper's maximum life per stack removed. Only attacks the front target with fire damage. So we've got this guy who's got a passive morale losses reduced by 50% and applies dodge to the hero with the lowest life percent at the start of each fight. And we've got this guy whose all resistances are increased by 15 and randomly moves all the monsters to another position at the start of their first fight. So as much as I'd like Furbog to be at the front, he's probably not going to be. In which case, actually, it's probably better if Furbog's not at the front, because he's got minus 40% to fire resistance, and this guy does fire damage. So if this guy's going to move them around, actually putting him at the front is probably a good idea, because then he's less likely to be at the front when this guy moves him around. Hazel has 35% fire resist, and this guy has 25% fire resist. So my theory is this guy's going to move them all around and move either one of these two at the front, which will make them more resistant to this guy's attack. That's my thinking. But if it's Hazel, Hazel's only got 70 health. This guy's attack does 72 fire damage. So it's a good job that they're resistant to fire. Although the damage dealt is increased by 15% per penalty applied to the innkeeper. So it's probably just going to one-shot whoever is at the front. Let's be honest. That's probably what's going to happen. Okay, then we want the bone catapult to start reducing some of the morale, although it's not going to do a lot to this guy. Number one, why are you trying to make it more difficult? God damn it. I think we put this guy and then this guy. Now, do we try and put haste on our peeps with the harpy, or do we just go for more bleeds and poisons? I think we go with level 2. He just does only have 60 health though. More bleeds. Okay. We'll do that. Okay. So then they get to rest. Then we put a circular saw and then they come up against the boss. Oof. Okay. Good. Alright. Okay, let's go with this one. Try and get some morale done against guy up front. Same with this guy. And then we'll get a Scream of Terror, try and do a bit of morale, try and reduce the morale as best we can on some of these targets. We're not going to be able to kill this guy very quickly at the start, so if we can reduce his morale so that he starts taking increased damage, that's probably the best way to go. Oh, well, that's dead. That's dead. Great, we're not going to get another turn to do anything like that. Okay, great. He's going to die now. Oh, maybe he'll get one more turn. No, no he won't. No he won't. He won't get one more turn. Yeah, no, that was it. Well, I don't feel like that really helped. Okay, well we've reduced this guy's. So this is pretty good. Okay, so we can enrage our next group of monsters, or we can do some more morale to try and reduce their morale a bit further. I think if we do that, that might be a good shout. Just because I think it would take this guy's morale down enough that he'll start taking increased damage. Yes, it will. Alright, up against the Hydra. No, this is full release. This is a full release now, as far as I'm aware. Okay, so this guy's going to dodge the first attack. So if we do Breath of Fire, that does damage to everyone, and he'll do his dodge. And not get an effect, but we'll still be able to do damage to these guys. But yes, they do seem to be a little bit more overpowered. Okay, let's try and take out the guy at the back. Because we're not going to be able to do much against the guy at the front, but we can start doing damage against the guy at the back. Guy at the back's not doing a huge amount of damage, which is fine. Provided that I don't... If I can get one more hit... That'll do. The Hydra's dead. Hydra's dead. But the guy at the back's almost dead as well, so... You know. There is that. We need to kill the guy at the back. If we can kill the guy at the back, then we'll be alright. He's going to dodge this attack. Do I have AoE? I don't have any AoE. Okay, well... Fuck. Let's try and stack some bleeds on this this guy at the front then. Wow, okay. Great. Vampire's never going to get another turn. Now they're going to heal. This might kill off the guy at the back. Yeah. Okay, well we've only got one... We've only got two of them to fight now. Alright, let's get the bleed. Oh my god, he just healed for 90. Does he do that every turn? I'm not sure. Let's do another bleed. Start stacking those bleeds as best we can. He just healed for 45. Alright, let's start whipping this boy at the front. It regenerates 20%. Regenerates my life by 20% of the damage dealt if the target is bleeding.
I love the sweet sound of my whip.
But he keeps healing himself as well, so... He just healed 45. Alright, I think we might need... If we can get like another... If we do another bleed... That'll kill off the Bard. Next time the Bard has a turn. So then it's one less to worry about. There we go. Oh my god. Just healing for like 90. Just heals for 90 again. Come on, let's gotta finish him off. Yeah, finally. Okay. Oh, look at this, Rise. Look at this. Look at this, Rise. An Orc Sorcerer. Ooh. So what does the Orc Sorcerer do? Monsters defeated come back to life as a skeleton warrior. That's cool. Orc Source, yeah. Allies transforms all monsters of the group into random skeletons. Not sure if that is the best but maybe it is. I don't know. And then you do an AoE fire damage and applies burn 2. What does lure do? I don't know. Minus 15 morale, applies multi-action 1 to the next regular trap. Oh, right. Yes, it's a trap. So you put that like at the front, and then the next trap that comes along does its thing twice. Which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool, but I think I'd prefer the I don't really like this artifact. I think I'd prefer taking the Orc Sorcerer. We've not had an Orc Sorcerer before. And this one's got your name, so I feel like we'll give this a try. Okay, does anyone need to take a rest? You need a rest, and you need a rest, and you need a rest. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Okay. So we've got 309 gold. We can go to the engineer and upgrade upgrade a trap. We can go to the merchant and maybe buy another monster. Or we can do an... I think going to do an event. We haven't got a huge amount of gold. And we've got this coming up, interview. So we might be able to like promote them or do something with them potentially. So might need gold for that. Oh, let's do offer, and then that'll put everyone that... There we go. They're all happy. They're all happy. That's all good. Let's do another event. They're playing famous fantasy role-playing game, Houses and Humans. They've learned a lot about themselves. Okay, let's do the interview. After being killed so many times, the Hydra looks a little despondent. Do you want to cheer her up? Scratch her belly? So the next dungeon they get Shell. We can offer some blood and give her an extra 30 life. Or we can use some of the Master's life, reduce the Master's life by 120 to give her an extra 60 life. Belly scritches. It's only for the next dungeon though. Whereas this would be a permanent. Extra 30. It's like, this is the thing, it's like damage taken from attacks reduced by 20% 3 times, or 30 health. $30 HP, yeah. Cool, okay. So that brings us to the next set of adventurers. Okay, so we've got an easy one with a disaster room, which offers us a new trap and a bunch of gold. We got a normal difficulty, which offers us a master bonus and the same amount of gold, but ever so slightly more difficult. We got a hard difficulty with a disaster room, which awards us another new monster and more gold than the other two. I don't really mind. I'm not sure about the trap. I don't think we really need the trap, but the master bonus or another monster and the gold, more importantly, could be pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with whatever you choose. But vote now. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Number 3 it is, by the looks of things. Excellent stuff. No, that's tomorrow, Hazel. Tomorrow night, 7:30 on the Let's Quest channel. I'll be tweeting about it. I'll be putting links in my Discord about it. It was going to be last week, but some of the players that were supposed to be playing couldn't make it last week. So we're doing it this week instead. Alright, Bone Catapult to start with, just because it does minus 20 morale and applies Demoralized. Who are we up against? Another Sage. Initial duration of penalties received decreased by 1 turn with a minimum of 1. And that one, and it also does a skill which removes the penalty with the most stacks applied from all heroes at the start of his turn once. So he does it once, and then he can't do it again. Okay. This one has a passive, applies broken armor when attacking, and does a bunch of poison damage. And this one, the skill also removes all penalties. But it's a passive. Does that mean you can't have any penalties put on you? I don't understand how that works. How can it remove all penalties if it's a skill, but it's a passive skill? Which means it doesn't trigger. I don't understand. But heals 20, unless it's the heal. Could be the heal. Heals 25% of one hero's maximum life after a fight once. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Couple of orcs and a harpy. It's just like playing World of Warcraft. Oh yeah, don't forget, if you want to help, you can put #2 in the chat to give my monsters some resistance. Which might be useful against these guys, because this guy does like frost, icy damage. This guy's doing like nature damage. This one's doing fire damage. Okay. And then they're going to come up against a circular saw trap. And then they're going to come up against the Hydra. And then we're going to get some spells. And then they get a thing. And then we get these guys. And then we're gonna bleed them. We're gonna stick them with the pointy end. And then they'll be up against the boss if they get that far. Which they might. But we'll see. I don't like the fact that he gets to have a turn before doing anything else. I don't like that. We've almost got this guy's morale down. Ooh. Alright, let's do another Scream of Terror. That's got these two down. And then let's do Kane's Revenge. Seeing as these two are like very low on health, let's do Kane's Revenge and transform them all into a group of random skeletons. Okay. Sweet. Now they've all got health again. Good job, Bryce. Let's go with this one. Let's slow them down a little bit. Alright, well they're getting weaker. And this is the first fight, so you know. Oh, we're still going. We're still going. Let's give him some more poison. Alright, so that's the heal that they get to use, and they get to use that once. Nice. Let's do some damage to this guy at the front. He's kind of annoying. That was a big hit. Right, let's do a. I think we'll do a fiery one now. It does a little bit of damage to all of them and applies burn 3. That might finish off. Yes, it does. That finishes off her. That finishes off him. So it's just this guy. Ah, I was really hoping it would survive. Okay, and then he dies. There we go. Good job. Good job, everyone. I kind of like this. I kind of like the skeleton bull. Applies shell 2 to the monster of the group at the front, and haste to the one at the back. As a passive. And also, if you put this one at the back, so it gets the haste, when it does its the middle attack there, where it does fire damage, it applies flame spirit to the monsters in front of it, which means the monsters in front of it then do fire damage when they attack. Yeah, let's take that one. I like that. That sounds cool. Sounds cool. Okay. Let's put you back in the front. Let's put you in the back. You go at the front. I'm going to move Rise back into the second group, because I still want this to be mostly morale stuff, I think. Okay, we can go to the trainer. We've got some gold. We could go to the trainer and train up some of our peeps. Let's see. How much is it going to cost to train you? Ooh, quite a lot. Quite a lot. And then let's train that as well. There we go. Okay, let's do an event. Slimy yet satisfying. A giant worm has oozed its way into the lower levels of the dungeon. What will you do with it once you've killed it? Plus 60 life if you eat it. We could probably do with eating it, honestly. Because we have taken a bit of a beating. Let's do another event. The brewer behind Strangle Stout, the world-famous beer with a delicate aroma of stagnant slime, is looking for hero tears to make a whole new blend. We don't quite have enough. We don't quite have enough, sorry. Sanctuary. Let's do this one. The Efficient is waiting for your instructions and your offerings to start the ritual. Which curse will you bestow upon the humans for the next few months? So, we've got the choice of poisoning them for 3 turns, or giving them reduced resistance by 20 for 3 turns. But it lasts for 15 weeks. I think probably just the poison, honestly. Just give them some poison, some food poisoning. The reduced resistance might have been okay, but that won't help against like the bleeds, because I think it's elemental resistance. I don't know. You just go with poison. It's fine. Okay, so what we got this time? We've got a normal difficulty with a disaster room, which gives us a trap and some gold. A hard difficulty, which gives them a resting room, which is kind of bullshit. Gives us a monster and some gold. And then we've got another hard difficulty, but not as hard. We get a disaster room, which makes things a little easier for us. The same amount of gold, but we get a trap instead of a monster. I kind of think that one's probably the better one to go for. Unless it's like a really cool monster, but we won't know until we do it. So, I don't know. I wonder... I'm just going to check. I don't know how long this is. If it's... Oh, it doesn't. There we go. Time is running out. Turns out it's only 20 seconds of this, and I've started it a bit early, but that's fine. Oh, it's not. That actually worked out all right. Okay, good. All right, so what we got here? Oh, great. This one's immune to poison, so that's a great start. This one applies broken armor. And this one prevents monsters from coming back to life. Oh. Okay. So Rise's Orc is probably not going to be too useful here, because I don't know if that skill's going to work when we come to do that. So start off with that one at the back. Furbog's going to go at the front, and then Hazel I think we're going to put in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Oh yeah, #2 to give us some increased armor. I don't think we've had that one before. I don't remember having enhanced armor before as one of the options. Let's go with the bone catapult to start with. It's the first trap that they encounter. And then we get the... we get that room, then we get the Hydra, and then we get our second trap, which we're going to give Circular Saw. Then there's the spell room, and then we get our dudes. So I think we'll put this guy up front, this guy in the middle, and this guy at the back. As I say, I'm not sure Rise is going to be too useful here, where it says monsters come back to life as a skeleton. If this paladin is still alive, that's not going to work. So, yeah, I think that's probably the best course of action. Unfortunately. Okay, we want to do this one. Applies Flame Spirit to monsters in front of the Skeleton Ball. Let's try and do that for starters so that we start getting more fire damage against these guys. That will affect these two more than the one at the back. Oh man. Jeez, oh. Okay. Let's go with the blizzard to slow them. And then we're going up against the Hydra. Right, this one's immune to poison. So there's no point using the Hydra's poison attack against this creature. This one. There's no point. So we could go Breath of Fire and put burn them on them all, or we can go with the front one and do a bunch of damage to the guy at the front, which I think we'll do that to begin with. Jeez. Oh my god. There we go, stack some debuffs on these guys. So they start taking a little bit of damage over time. Alright, let's okay, the intimidation might be enough actually to like reduce this guy's morale down enough to take him down to the next section. Let's do that. Did it do it? No, not quite. Fuck's sake. Let's go for the attack the back one. He's going to attack the front one. Then you're going to attack the front one and put the stacks of bleeds on the one behind it. Fuck. Okay, that's not good. There you go. Now the stacks of bleed are on the one at the back. What? How do you get 2 turns? 2 turns. Alright, well, you're dead. Alright, so we get a new trap. We can get Icy Breeze, which ice resistance reduced by 40. It's not really going to help me. An Oil Cauldron, which gives them fire weakness, which could be useful. Or Cursed Prism, which gives them elemental weakness, which is probably more useful. Honestly, I'm not likely to use any of these anyway. Resistance is reduced by 20, and that's fire resistance specifically reduced by 40. We do have a few things that do fire damage. Or do we? The Orc Sorcerer does fire damage. The Hydra can do fire damage. can't think of anything else that does fire damage, actually. Let's get the Cursed Prism. Because we've got stuff that does... I know we've got stuff that does, like, air and ice. So it might be better to go with that one. Cool. Okay. Let's see who we've got here. Yeah, we've got a few that could do with taking a little breather. See if we can train anyone up. Let's train Hazel up. Oh, the collectors. There you go, you can have 25 blood and you can give us 200 gold. Absolutely. And let's do it again. And now we've got lots of gold. An employee found a strange unlabeled flask while cleaning and is about to drink it without even checking if it's poisonous. You recognize it as an evolution elixir. Will you let them drink it or will you take it for yourself? So I can let them... So if I encourage them, they'll go up a level. That sounds like a pretty good idea, right? If I confiscate it, my power level goes up by 12. But if my monsters are doing enough, then I won't need to worry too much. So let's let them go up a level. Okay. So yeah, so he's level 12 now. Cool. Okay. Furbog, you're going to come in here. Hazel, you're coming in here. Vorrigan, you're coming in here. Which means I'm going to move you to here. Or am I? Yeah, that's what we'll do. Yeah. Okay, so we've got some hard ones this week. This is week 29. We've got some hard ones. They're all going to get poisoned for 3 turns at the very beginning, so that's always useful. So we've got all of them get a resting room, which sucks. And they're all pretty difficult. So number 1 is going to award us an artifact and a little bit of gold. Number 2 is going to give us a bonus to our master and quite a sizable chunk of gold. And then the last one, which is probably the most difficult one, will give us a really big chunk of gold and a rare thing of some description. So it'll be either a rare monster or a rare trap or something. I don't know. But you can begin your votes now. I forgot I had this, but I'm so glad I remembered. Number 3. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. We're not... Slaveholder's not even on full health either. There we go. Well, number 3 it is. I hope you're happy with yourself. Oh, fuck. Okay, so we've got this guy, the Huntress. Only attacks the back target. The attack applies stunned if the Huntress is affected by at least one penalty. So that's guaranteed then. And applies enraged to all heroes when the Huntress kills a monster. Cool. Cool. This one does a heal and can remove penalties. And this one does AoE and does a poison to the monster with the highest life at the start of each fight. And has got a high speed. Great. 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 I think that's probably what we're going to go with. Okay, so if you want to enrage my monsters and really help me out here, I need you to type #2 in the chat, which will increase our damage and morale damage by 30%. Whew. Okay. Let's go with the bone catapult. That's when they get to... So they get to rest quite early, which is actually really useful for us. So the question here is, do we go with the Cursed Prism that applies the elemental weakness for 4 turns? Or do we go with the Circular Saw, which just does some damage and applies bleeding? I feel like elemental weakness might be better in this situation. And then we get a spell, which we can like use Intimidate or whatever. And then we've got these guys, which might last. This guy's got 60 health. This guy's got 100 health. This guy's got 70 health. So I don't expect them to last for very long. When this one's doing like 56 damage against the targets. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. All right. Here we go. Oh, that's good. He's going down on health already. Don't kill it. Oh, stop stunning it though. No. Yeah. Okay, now do we transform them into skeletons now? I don't know if he'll get another chance. 31 nature damage. Might get one more chance. Because this one does AoE and this one does AoE. So we change them now. Okay, AoE poison. Oh, he's almost dead. He's got 9 health. Okay, this guy's dead now, so that's one less to worry about. They're both dead. Oh, he's not. Damn it, I was hoping he would have a turn so I didn't have to hit him. I was hoping he was just going to die off from his wounds rather than me actually having to hit him. Because then I could have started attacking this one instead. Right, that's her one and only heal used. And that's just the first set of creatures. Now they can do a heal, or whatever they do here. Right. So that's good. We've got them down to two peeps. Okay. I think what we do here is let's go with doing some damage to this one at the front, because that was a sizable chunk of damage. And then let's do some Breath of Fire as well, just so we can chip away a little bit of this one at the back. If we get another turn, we'll go back to the one at the front with the rock fall, because that's a big chunk of damage now off that one at the front. Oh, immune to stun, nice. Oh, she's dead. Oh no, not quite. Now she's dead. Okay. So creatures are enraged already. So I guess we do just an intimidation here. There's not much point in using a flame whip to finish this one off, because this one's going to die in a minute anyway. From the bleeds. Oh, I will probably die from this. There you go. That's hasted our dudes. I love the noise that the knoll makes. So good. Holy shit. Okay, that's not good. Now it's poisoned. This will do more damage. Goblin will die. No, not quite. Now Goblin will die. Yeah, okay. And then they get another turn, and they get to stun it. So I miss a turn, and now it gets to do another turn, and gets to stun it. So it gets another turn, and he gets to stun it, and he gets another turn, and then he dies. That's bullshit.
Just what I needed to decorate my study.
Right, let's give you some bleeds, and then we'll whip you, and then that should be it. There we go.
To decorate my home.
So that wasn't too bad. 275 gold. We've got loads of gold now. That's great. So troll beer. Monsters placed at the front lose 50 speed, but their maximum life increases by 50%. I don't know if that's worth it. If they had some kind of effect that when they were attacked they would retaliate in some way, or like they had thorns so people that attacked them took damage in the process, then I think the troll beer would be really good. But I don't think it is. So we have two choices. I've never seen these before, so I'm not sure what they are. We have a skeleton lord, level 3, who does air damage. 70 air damage, applies 1 random penalty, and does 70 ice damage and applies frostbite 3. And his passive, front attacks ricochet to the other heroes, and back transforms into a random skeleton when the skeleton lord is defeated. Interesting. 100 hit points. And then we've got this one, Mouth Shutter. Oh, is this a trap? What is this? Is this a trap? A Mouth Shutter does applies Silence 5, which means they can't use hero skills. That's pretty good, that they can't use their skills for 5 turns. That's pretty cool, right? I think we have to take that, don't we? I think we have to take that. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm just going to put that in there because we don't use it. Okay. Furbog, you're back. Besney, you're going to go in there. Kuz, you're going to go in there. Vorrigan, you're back. Hazel, you're back. Let's switch you back into this group. Actually, let's put you back in here as well, because why not? And you're going in group 1. Yeah. Okay. So, we've got a lot of gold. Should we upgrade some of my traps, or should we go to the merchant to buy a monster or a trap? I don't think we need to buy any more monsters or traps at the moment. I'm pretty happy with what we've got, so I think we're just upgrading the stuff that we have. Let's upgrade the Mouth Shutter. And should we upgrade the Cursed Prism or the Circular Saw? The Circular Saw is always good to put it in if you can put it in just before they get to the boss, because then they already have bleeds on them, which means he doesn't have to use his bleed effect ability to be able to then whack them with his whip to get the damage and the health thing. Should upgrade the Circular Saw as well. Yeah, cool. Okay, good. Alright, let's do an event. You placed a bet on a boar racing game during lunch break. The one you chose finished first. You won the jackpot. You could also use your winnings to throw a party to your employees. So we can keep the 300 gold, or we can celebrate. Yeah, let's keep the gold. There's only these two would benefit from it. Let's keep the 300 gold. Nice. Nice. Okay. We could rent out some traps. We could go and send someone on a business trip, or we can do some plundering. Let's rent out some traps. Let's rent out these two, because I don't like, especially this one. I'm definitely not likely to use this one. 318 gold. Nice. Thank you very much. Check in on the intern. Let's see how the Hydra's doing. The Hydra seems to be fascinated by one of your work tools. Come to think of it, she could really benefit from having it, and she'd be less bored while you're away. We're better to buy a toy designed for her. There we go. We'll do that one. We've got the gold. We've got the gold, so let's do that. Let's go to the trainer. Rise. You're going to get trained. Let's see. Heasels, you're going to become level 4. Our first level 4 creature. And yeah, let's spunk all the cash. Let's upgrade our harpy as well. Okay, let's go to the workout. Extra 120 health. Nice. Let's do the event. Uh-oh. An employee brawl. Will you be tough and suspend them for 5 weeks, or no, I'm just gonna ignore it. I don't care. I don't care. One of your employees was found dead this morning. What? No, must be some sort of retaliation after the brawl that occurred previously. They spent so long chilling in the afterlife that coming back to the life sent them straight into burnout. That is bullshit. Fuck. Okay, well now I've got a problem. Now I've got a problem. I'm gonna have to put Rise back into this group. This is not a great setup here. Yeah, this is not great. This is not great. Okay. Alright, week 38. We've got normal difficulty, which gives us a trap and some gold. A hard difficulty with a disaster room, which makes it a bit easier. We get a master bonus and 125 to 175 gold. Or pretty much exactly the same, except that we get a monster reward instead of the master bonus reward. A monster reward could be useful if it's like another tanky type creature. Especially now that one of our tanky type creatures is out for like 9 weeks. But yeah, either 2 or 3 will probably work just fine. So make your votes. I love the fact that I've got this now. I'm so glad I found it. Okay, vote's over. Okay, let's get your supporting votes in. Boost the armor of my monsters. By typing #2 in the chat. Let's go with the mouth shutter for the start, because they go straight into a fight with my dudes. So that would be good. So who we got here? We got all resistances increased by 15. Replaces one of her penalties with a bonus at the start of her turn once. So she can only do that once. So we've got the Templar. We've got a Sage here. Their passive gains a random bonus at the start of his turn if the Sage is not benefiting from any bonuses. So as long as there's some bonuses, he won't get to use his passive. And he has a skill which removes the penalty with the most stacks applied from all heroes at the start of his turn once. So again, that's a thing that he can only do once. And then we have this one, which has a passive heals 10% of all heroes' maximum life at the start of each fight, and also randomly moves all monsters to another position at the start of their first fight. So that's kind of annoying. in that case, then it doesn't matter what position I put these guys in. Let's put him here. We'll put that there, and we'll put a Hazel there. It doesn't really matter because they're going to get moved around anyway. Then we come to trap number 2. So we could either go with the bone catapult to try and reduce their morale further and apply demoralized, or we can go for bleeds. I think at this we're still relatively early in the fight in the thing. I think try and reduce their morale up a bit more. If we can get them under the 75%, they start taking more damage. So I think that makes more sense. Then we come up against the Hydra. Then they have this room. Then they have the spell room, and then we have the last set of monsters. Rise. And then, there we go. Rise, then Vorrigan, then Rapath. I think that should be okay. There's not going to be a lot of bleeds going on though, which is the only problem with this guy. Attacks apply bleeding, so his attacks do apply bleeding, so it's fine.
Prepare to die.
But it's not. It doesn't synergize quite as well. Okay. Let's start demoralizing them. That's one under the 75. That's 2. That's 3. They're all under the 75. Actually, that's quite a lot. We've done quite a lot of their morale already. It's quite surprising, actually. Please stay alive, Orc. Please stay alive, Orc. Oh, god damn it. All right, Hazel. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do some fire damage. Just reduce their morale even more. But Hazel's going to die now. But that's a big chunk of their morale gone. This is going to do some even more morale. Excellent. So this one's under 50, this one's under 50, and now this one's under 50 as well. So they're all going to start taking 35% more damage than they were previously. Unfortunately, the Hydra doesn't do any morale stuff. So we don't really have much we can do there. Let's go with Breath of Fire to begin with. Let's get some stacks of fire going on these guys. I don't think the Hydra's going to last very long. Wow. Yeah, no, the Hydra did not last very long at all. Okay. So, Swarm of Bats does a whole bunch of physical damage and puts bleed on them for 5 turns. We can demoralize them further, which honestly could be the way to go. Or we can apply 50 fire damage and fire weakness to them. Now, Rise does fire damage, but I think that's it. So I think demoralizing them might be worth it, because they're all kind of very low on that already. Yeah, so now these are under 25%. Let's go with some more. Let's go more. Let's do more. There we go. We might even be able to get them to run away. Because look, they're all under the they're all under that. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, well, I didn't expect that to go very well. Oh, how is he still alive? He has 4 hit points. 4 hit points. Oh my god. There we go. There we go. So that one died, and then that one triggered the other two to lose their morale. So they ran away. Hooray! So we actually got a whole bunch of tears for that one. Okay, so we get to choose a skeleton or a little goblin, a goblin drummer. Now I do like the goblin drummer because he does do some cool stuff, but I don't really like the fact that... Yeah, no, I don't really like that. This could be good, because this one will tie in nicely with our Null, who does extra damage if things are poisoned. And this one does fire damage and morale stuff, which is, again, pretty cool. Let's see. That does an AoE 24 morale, applies demoralize 3. Or we can do like 80 fire damage and minus 40 morale if the target is affected by at least 2 penalties. That's pretty cool. Or just straight up fire damage. This one has a passive. Front attacks apply 1 additional stack of poison, and the back gains dodge 1 and 40 speed for the start of the fight. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. I think I'm gonna go with the... I do like the skeleton magus, but I feel like the skeleton archer fits quite nicely with the setup that we have for our poison group. So I'm gonna take him. So our poison group, we can bring these guys into the poison group. Let's move this guy back over here, and Rise can come back over here as well, as can this one. You can come out here. Hazel, you can come out here. You can come out here. You can come out here. I don't really like this one. I don't really use it. If we could sell it, I would, but I don't think we can't. Doctor. The occupational health officer has been called to doing some tests following your recent assignments. The doctor provides you with some basic medical care. Sweet. We're healed us back to full. Not sure we really need to worry about going to the therapist. Let's do an event instead. Do you want to sacrifice one of your demons to provide him with the... yes, because we don't use this one. Yes. Take it. Take it. Give our dude some resistances. That's fine. Alright, let's do some plundering. So, we have a mushroom circle, which gives us 3 motivation. Don't need to do that. This one, we have a 20% chance to set a monster free. We get a bunch of gold, 35% risk of injury. The gold is the same. 1 volunteer for 3 weeks, 1 volunteer for 10 weeks. We could get an artifact, but probably not. Yeah, but it's only 25% chance of getting an artifact, and if one of our guys gets injured, it's for 10 weeks. Whereas for this one, if he gets injured, it's only 3 weeks. We could, I mean, we do need more artifacts, but it's only a, is it 25% chance? Risk it? Alright. Okay, well, no one got injured, but we didn't get an artifact, so I'll take that. Okay, so we could go to the trainer. I feel like going on, sending stuff on a business trip now is pointless because we've got the champion fight up next. So I feel like just buffing what we have is probably a better course of action. There we go. We'll buff these two up because they're going to be in group 3. So we've got, yeah, we're all right. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's all right. Okay, we're up against a champion. Oh, this is the Necromancer. We didn't have too much trouble against the Necromancer last time. Okay, so who we got here? This guy does the poison and applies broken armor. This one can't be affected by penalties, dealing damage or morale over time. That sucks. That really sucks. And then this one brings a dead hero back to life as a skeleton warrior and gains enraged when the Necromancer loses morale. Again, that also sucks. So let's go with the mouth shutter to begin with, because we like the mouth shutter. Just because it does the silence is so useful. Then we're going to have Rise, and then the Vampire, and then the Bull Skeleton. I think that's pretty standard. And then do we go with more morale, or do we go with damage? Or do we go with elemental weakness? I mean, this one won't be affected by penalties dealing damage over time or morale over time. So the Cursed Prism, I don't know. I think we'll go with the Bone Catapult. Try and demoralize them a bit more, so they will take more damage. Then they rest up. So they rest up just... Oh! Don't know who I am, sorry. Thank you very much for the follow. Thanks. Alright. Let's put these guys here. We're going to be going for... Fortunately, none of these are immune to poison, which is good. Except for this one, who seems to be... he can't be affected by damage over time, which sucks. Really sucks. But, you know, what can you do? Okay. Thank you for giving my monsters resistance. Their resistance is increased by 20, so that's cool. Well, I'm not hugely confident with this, but we might be alright. We might be alright. So they're silenced, which means we get to do some stuff while they're a little weaker. He still gets to do that, though. He still gets to use that skill, even though it says I can't use hero skills. He still used his hero skill. Okay, whatever. No. No. I don't... Oh man, I feel like I have to use the Kane's Revenge and the vampire hasn't even had his turn. Second turn yet. But if I don't use the Kane's Revenge now, I won't get to use it at all. Because this will die next turn. Even if it doesn't get hit again, it'll die next turn. Or I can do a little bit of fire damage and apply some burn to these two. I think we have to go with the skeleton. There we go. Stack the poisons. No. Oh, this dude's not having a good time, is he? Damn it. I was hoping I was going to get one more turn with that guy. Okay, well, one dude's almost dead. So that's good. Oh, they all get to have a turn before I do. Okay, great. I love it when that happens. They've almost killed my Hydra already. Please kill it. Please kill it. No, come on. 7 hit points. Well, it was going to die anyway. Alright, finally. Finally. Okay. I'm not sure that doing any more intimidation is going to make that much difference. Honestly. It might do enough to reduce... It might do enough to reduce this one down to a point where they take a little bit of extra damage. So I think we could do that one. Yeah, so they're going to take a little bit of extra damage now. Provided they don't heal it back up again. Which they just did. Fuck. Okay, well, that's bollocks. Oh well. Never mind. We're better off going with the toxic volley with this guy to poison this one. Let's go with the poison dagger as well, which should apply a bleed as well, and then this guy will do more damage. Oh, actually that could be quite useful. Applying extra stacks of stuff. Yeah, the Necromancer's going down. Nice. All right, let's start going for the. Let's start doing some damage on the one at the back. Because this might kill off the Necromancer, honestly. Necromancer's got 44 hit points left. Yep, she's down. Now it's just about doing some damage to this one. We might be able to stop them from getting to the boss. Doesn't matter what I hit her with, as far as this guy's concerned. He does 40 damage either way. Here we go. Is that enough? Yeah! We did it!
The heroes are terrified.
They didn't even get to the boss. Didn't even get to the boss.
Undead and demons. You're ready to greet any invader. Be ready. A scared human is a dangerous human.
Yeah! They didn't even get to the boss.
My work here is done.
Ooh. That was good. That was good. Ah, 2 levels up.
Sweat and blood.
Nice.
Torture, it's a passion.
Alright, so what do we get access to now? A Kami Goblin. Okay. I'm not really sure what that is. And we get a cheerleader's pom-pom. You can only place one group of monsters, but their maximum life is increased by 50% and their power by 50%. Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. What does the Kami Goblin do? Fire damage? Lots of fire damage. No motivation loss when dying. 40% chance to use kamikaze when defeated. Alright, let's check out our talents. We've got 2 talent points to spend. That could be good. What have we got here? Each time a monster is defeated grants 10 to 20% chance that the master gains shell. Yeah, we haven't really had to use that too much. Intimidation does extra morale. Adds a skeleton dog to the starting monsters. I think Whiplash regenerating Master's life might be useful. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that. So the Whiplash regenerates the Master's life by an additional 10% if the target is bleeding. So he can get some of his health back. Get more of his health back. Right.
Let's get to work.
Oh, did I press the right button? I'm not sure I did. Hang on. Let's just start this one again.
Torture, it's a passion.
Just want to make sure that the Twitch stuff is enabled. Hang on, let me just double check that this is all working properly. Yeah, okay, that's fine. There we go.
Let's get to work.
Yeah, we smashed it. We smashed it. It didn't even get to the boss. Okay, so this time, what do we want? Do we want the mermaid? Do we want the Hydra? Do we want the skeleton? Let's go with the skeleton. Okay, let's have a look at our groups. Oh, here we go. So Hazel, you're big orc boy. I am small goblin man. Rise, you are the new Kami goblin. So you're like you like to burn things, basically. Let's Quest is in here as a skeleton magus. Got Streamlabs as the as the Yeti. So let's see. That does fire damage. That does fire damage. Should probably have Rise and Let's Quest together. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Okay. Oh, but hang on. We can only place one group of monsters. We can only because we've got an artifact, so we can only put one group of monsters. So let's just put everyone in room 1. We just put everyone in room 1, and then we can decide. We can decide from there. In that case, then. Oh, hang on. What traps have we got? We've got a mortar and a rallying horn. Okay. We've only got one group of monsters, so I feel like the rallying horn is probably a good thing to get upgraded, because that applies enrage to the next group of monsters, and we only have one group of monsters. So let's do that. Do we still have enough money to train some of my dudes? Let's Quest. Let's Quest. I'm leveling you up. You're level 3, baby. Alright, let's do an event. Do you have a moment to spare to talk about our Lord and Tormentor, Goldthor the Destroyer? No. Go away. Cry. We can maybe send someone away from a business trip? I'm going to send myself away on the business trip. As much as I would like the Ring of Wrath, this is only for 5 weeks, and it's 175 gold, so we'll do that. Okay, here we go. First vote of this new campaign. We have normal difficulty, rewards us a monster and up to 125 gold. Not bad. We have another normal difficulty with a disaster room. Also rewards a monster, but only up to 85 gold. And then lastly, we have a hard difficulty with a disaster room, which is useful, and up to 175 gold and a monster. So I know which one I would pick, but it's going to be up to you. Make your votes in the chat. That is what I would have voted for as well. Yeah. Time's running out. All right, number 3 it is. What? No, I don't want to put anyone in room 1 because we... Oh, for fuck's sake. There, fine. We could only have one group of monsters, so what's the point in having 2 groups? Alright, here's the support vote. Give us some extra speed by typing #2 in the chat. Oh, man. Can we... If I press confirm... Oh, if I press confirm, then we're not gonna... Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Because now we can only have the Yeti in this fight. he's the only one we can have. Because I was thinking, oh, well, we just won't put anyone here, and then we can put them in when they come to fight down here. But we can't do that. And we've got the traps here, but this won't... Oh, fuck. They've screwed us. They've screwed us. Alright, well, fuck. So yeah, so it might be better off to have everyone in group 2, because then you can have them towards the end of the dungeon rather than group 1 and have them all at the beginning of the dungeon. Well, I've only got 2 traps, so I might as well use that. I don't know if it will affect that one. Probably not. But yeah, that's kind of lame. But never mind. Never mind. Okay, so what does this do? Does fire damage, applies burn, and this one kills everything. Okay, let's not do that then. Actually, it wouldn't kill everything, but it would kill 2 of my guys. So let's not do that. Let's get some bleeds going. What have you just done? You've just increased your armor. Okay. Whoa! That was a big old fireball. Is she gonna survive that? Oh, she is. Okay. Well, that's annoying. Okay. The 26 hit points left. That does... I don't know if it's worth... Is it worth doing? I think we might just go for the back one. And start doing some damage to the back one instead. There we go. Oh, man. She's got 2 health left. Well, she'll die this turn. There we go. Let's go with some more morale. Then that should take them both down a decent amount. Okay. So Spectral Claw does minus applies Frostbite. This one applies Terrified. Let's do this one first. And then we'll do the Spectral Claw. That was pretty good. Oh my god, this guy is gonna run away. This guy is so close to running away. And this guy's really close to dying. He's dead. And he's run away. Yay! Okay, so we can get ourselves a harpy, which is pretty useful, because they can do the haste on other creatures, which is pretty useful. This one applies bounty. The monster who defeats this hero gains 2 motivation. I don't know if that's really that useful, but applies enhanced trap to the next trap when the skeleton scientist is defeated. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that, actually. And does a bunch of poison stuff. Henry, you're in. I like it. I like you, Henry. Good job. Okay. Let's crest. Go and take a rest. Rise, I kind of like the fact that you did lots of stuff there. In which case, maybe I should do it that way around, like that. Okay, let's go to the trainer or the engineer. Engineer. Let's upgrade this again. I can't do either of these. Okay, plunder. Plunder. We can get a new monster, but we lose a motivation. We can get some gold and some motivation, but we have a 75% chance of one volunteer being injured for 3 weeks. Or we can do this one, which might be better. 25% chance to find an artifact. Little bit of gold. Only 35% chance of injury. Let's do it. Fuck. Hazel, I'm sorry, you're injured. You're out for 10 weeks. Fuck. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. Okay. Let's do an event. Summons a random monster, so we can lose 240 health and get a random demon. Or we can just ignore it. 240 health's not that much. Let's do it. What did we get? What did we get? Oh. Oh. A Time Watcher. Does 30 air damage and 18 morale. Applies slowed 2. Ricochets to the hero positioned behind the target if the target is slower than Time Watcher. Interesting. Does an area of effect 18 air damage, deals 10% of target's current morale if the target is slower than the Time Watcher, and its passive applies haste to all monsters of the dungeon when the Time Watcher is defeated. Right, but which would be really good if we didn't have this one particular artifact that we have. So this would be a really good group. Because this one, he does air damage and air resistance reduced, so that would help this one. But yeah, it's not ideal. Yeah, we don't have as good as a synergy. Unfortunately. Okay, so let's see. We have a normal difficulty, rewards a monster, and quite a lot of gold. The most gold out of all. We have a normal difficulty with a disaster room, rewarding a monster and a little bit of gold. and then a hard difficulty with a disaster room rewarding an artifact, which we could probably do with, because we've only got one, and it's not great. So, let's go with... I personally would like number 3 or number 1, I suppose. But yeah, let's do the votes. Number 3, so #1, #2, or #3 in the chat to make your vote. Cast your votes. My tea's gone cold. Yeah. Okay, number 3 it is. Need those artifacts. Let's hope we get a good one. Alright, who are we up against today? We have a level 5 knight who can't be affected by poison. Okay. We have a level 4 ice wizard who applies elemental weakness and randomly moves all the monsters to another position at the start of the first fight. And does a slowing effect as well as ice. And then we also have a level 4 Hellbringer, which also does ice and applies elemental weakness. Dodges at the activations of the first regular trap encountered. And the attack hits all monsters. And damage dealt reduced by 70%. Oh, okay. Alright. Rallying horn at the start. I'm not going to put anyone in here. I'm going to save these monsters for the back. Then they get a thing, then they get the skeleton dude, then they get a spell, and then we get these guys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Give me some enraged. Yeah, do that. I'd almost forgotten. I'd almost forgotten. And then the mortar goes in the back. We could do with a new trap as well, honestly, because I really don't like the mortar very much. But, you know, it is what it is. I've never seen that before. That was so adorable. A little goblin just like sweeping him and just ran away. Right, let's do some demoralizing. Let's do some demoralizing. Try and demoralize them as much as we can to... There we go. That's good. And then we'll go with the Spectral Claw. Oh my god, look how much like of the morale goes down as a result of doing that first thing and then doing the second thing. Oh my god. Is he going to stay alive for another hit? Okay, so what's their... I don't know what their morale is at the moment. 94. This is going to do 60 morale. I mean, Skeleton Dude's going to die, but like, holy moly. Not before putting in a lot of work against these guys. Let's go with Intimidation. Another minus 24 morale. Right, and they've all run away. Okay, well, that was pretty fucking great. So, we've got choices. We have choices. We've got 23 tiers for that. We didn't give it much in the way of gold, though. It kind of sucks. Maman Brigitte's Bone. Monsters placed in a group containing only skeletons gain plus 15 to all resistances and plus 30 to armor. That's pretty good. I kind of like that. That's pretty good. Demons' attacks regenerate their life by 150% of the damage dealt if the target is affected by burn. We don't have many demons. We've got mostly like orcs, goblins, and skeletons. And we have the Bewitched Glove. Damage dealt by monsters to heroes at their maximum life increased by 100%. Yeah, see, I don't think... With the way that we're currently running this, by the time they get to the monsters, they're not at maximum life. Can we make a decent group of skeletons? Only skeleton party. I think we probably could. I think that's going to have to be the build that we go with, because Fang of Melinda is rubbish because we don't really have any demons, and the Bewitched Glove with the thing that we've already got, where we can only have one. We can only really have one group of heroes, or one group of monsters, even. This is not useful, so I think this is where we're going to have to go with. Okay. So, if that's the case, then Rise, I'm afraid you're going to have to take a step out. And Let's Quest is coming back in. And then we've got our group of skeletons. We have our group of skeletons here. I mean, we can keep Rise in. We can keep you in that group. Absolutely, but we just won't be using you. Necessarily. I guess, yeah, I'll do. Okay, we've got a little bit of gold, so let's go to the trainer and like level up some of these skeletons then, I guess. There we go. Let's do an event. It is high time to go through the stockroom. During the cleaning, one of your employees found the strange object. Would you like to take it, auction it, or gift it to the employee? Heroes affected by oh. So we could sell it and get 150 gold, or I can give it to Rise, and Rise can gain a level. 150 gold would probably be about this. Actually, it would probably cost me more to level Rise than 150 gold, so I'm going to give it to Rise. Do we need to go to the therapist? No. Then let's do the event. The demon fruit. Do we want to sacrifice this demon to get plus 10 to all the master's resistances? Do we want to sacrifice the demon for its gonads? We haven't even had a chance to use this demon yet, but yes, we do. Business trip? Oh god. Okay, look, I need these two. I need both of these. So Yeti, Streamlabs the Yeti, you are going on a business trip for 5 weeks. Have fun. Alright, our first champion fight. This is going to be tough. This is going to be super tough. Yep. Hazel, hello. Yeah, this is going to be super tough. Hazel, you're still injured for 3 weeks, I'm afraid. You big orc. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's get your support votes in. #2 to enrage my monsters. Well, got a bit intense? Yeah, no worries. Raging? Oh, no longer buzzing? Oh, boo. Okay, we're up against the Necromancer. Which, you know, not great. But we've had this source out before. So, I think we'll be okay. And just put myself in on my own. No, that would be a bad idea. Alright. Rallying horn. Mortar. So, because we've got an all skeleton group, they get plus 15 to all resistances and plus 30 to armor. So this guy at the front, 95% armor. Booyah. That's going to be pretty good. Nature damage though, 45% resistance, 50% resistance, and 15% resistance. That's good. This one does fire and ice. Fire's not great. Fire and ice is going to be a problem. This one's alright against fire, but ice is still a problem. Yeah, and then this one does ice damage as well. But yeah, it's not great. Not great. Oh, there's me little goblin cleaner who's run away. Right, they get their heal really early, so that's good. Alright, we do a torment first. Oh my god, am I even going to get to have 2 turns? Maybe, just about. That'll be it though. I'm not going to get another turn after that. Hey Grayson, how you doing? No, you're not in yet, but you might be soon, potentially. Let's do some intimidation. Let's try and get their morale down a little bit more. Okay, so this one's now under 75. So this one's going to start taking more damage. Can you stop having all the turns, please? Thank you. Yeah, let's do this one. That brings their thing down quite a lot there. Not quite. It's not quite. They're not quite worried yet. They're not quite worried yet. So let's do this, and then they will be worried. Okay, good. They're worried now. So both these two are worried. So they'll start taking 35% more damage. Oh wow. Okay. Well, that's shit. But this will kill it. So that one's dead. So that's good. We killed one. Let's see. Let's get some toxins out there. Let's get some poison on the go. Oh, fuck. No. All right. All right. Let's do the area AOE bleed. Let's get some bleeds going. Fuck. I think we have to do this again.
Do you want some more?
Oh man, she's still alive. She'll probably die next time though. So let's go with.
I love the sweet sound of my whip.
Oh my god, this is gonna be real close. Right, she should die. Oh my god, how is she not dead? She's got 2 health. Okay, let's do the AoE again. That kills her off. Oh, for fuck's sake. We have to do the AoE and try and stack the bleeds. There we go. Oh fuck, are we gonna die here? No, that one's still dead. Okay, good. That gives us a little bit of health back. Oh my god. There's no bleed. We're not bleeding. That gives us a little bit more health back. Oh my god.
Do you want some more? One more corpse to decorate my home.
That was close. That was real close. Yeah, that was really close. I didn't like that at all. Okay, so we get to choose. We get to choose our reward. I really like this. What was this one? Demoralized. Yeah, no, I really like this trap. The mouth shutter. I really like that one. And seeing as the way that we have our our things set up, having that just before we have our monsters could be really useful. So I'm going to take the mouth shutter because that was really good last time we had it. Okay, let's train up our skelly boys a little bit more. Because we need our skelly boys. We need our skelly boys to be tip top. Okay. We could do with the therapist. Let's go to the therapist. Let's do a thank, and then everyone should be good. Okay. Let's do an interview with our skelly boy, our big skelly boy. So, we can give him 35 of our tears, and he gets plus 40 to his resistances. That sounds pretty fucking good. Let's do that. Okay. So, man, we've got 194 health left on our big boy. That's not good. Okay, so we have a normal difficulty with a disaster room, which gives us a trap and some gold. Another normal difficulty with a disaster room with a monster and less gold. And then we've got the veterans, which is hard difficulty with a disaster room, which gives us a master bonus and a whole bunch of gold. I think we kind of need the master bonus right now because he's looking a little bit weak there. So get ready to cast your votes with #1, #2, or #3 in the chat. Which one would you like to do? I personally would think probably number 3, but number 2 would be useful too. But it's up to you. You get to vote. Okay, number 3 it is. Off we go. No, I'm good. I'm good with this. I'm good with this actually. Oh, what's happened to me? There we go. There we go. I've got to keep my Skelly boys together. Okay, so if you would like to help, you can enrage my monsters by typing #2 into the chat. And that will give all my monsters an extra 30% increased damage. Right, we're not going to do anything here. Because we only have one group of monsters. Right, we want the mouth shutter to go here. So let's go with the rallying horn. The rallying horn is going to go up front. Because that does a little bit of morale stuff to him as well. No, there is no number 3. Why are you buffing the heroes, Rise? Why are you making this more difficult for me? Yes, the champion... No, the champion did not go well. We almost lost. Yes, we got number 1 or number 2. Thank you. Thank you, Hazel. Okay, so then we want the mouth shutter, because then that silences the heroes that we're up against. We've got this guy. Damage dealt to monsters at their maximum life is increased by 50%, so that's going to suck. This one can't be affected by demoralized, that sucks, and that one can't be affected by poison, which also sucks. Especially as this guy does poison. Okay.
Go get some.
Let's hope. Let's hope that we... Oh, little cleaner goblin run. Alright, let's go with slowed, because slowed is usually pretty useful. Especially as they're coming up against me big skelly boy. Alright, big skelly boy. Let's get some demoralizing. Let's do some torment first, get some stacks of terrified on them. And then let's get some spectral claw. And then if we get one more turn, we'll do another... please stay alive. Don't die. Oh my god, it's almost dead. Let's do another torment. Let's get another stack of terrified on them. Okay, that's fine. Let's do some more intimidation. Let's reduce their morale more. Now they're silenced. And now they come up against me. Skelly boys! Skelly boys. Should we do some more demoralized? If we do some demoralized, he's just going to run away. Sure, let's do it. Good. Right, he's run away. Let's get some bleeds. No. Right, you're going to run away as well. And the other one's going to run away too. Okay, great. Nice. 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 Let's get some extra armor, shall we? Because this guy's going to need the extra armor. Yeah, he's going to need the extra armor with his very little health. Oof. Okay, good. Cool. Good. Okay, we have 310 gold. Everyone's all good and healthy. Okay, let's go. Let's do the workout thing. Let's get some more regeneration. We kind of need the regeneration. Yeah, we need the regeneration. So he's going to regenerate 29 health every week, which is not very much, but you know, what can you do? I'd like to send an employee to an intensive training course, but I kind of also don't. The R&D manager has developed a new trap and seems to be very proud of it. He wants to secretly sell it to you for a few gold coins. Oh, no, I never used it when I had it. No. Okay, so we have a merchant. We have a sanctuary. Ooh, the sanctuary is the one where it does, like, debuffs the incoming dudes. Damage taken increased by 30%. Let's get that one. Yeah, let's get that one. Nice. Okay, so we can buy a monster, or we can do some plundering, or an event. I feel like plundering's a good shout. Let's see what we got here. Set a monster free. That could be useful. Or is a whole bunch of gold. 75% chance of risk of getting an injury though. Let's go with this one. Let's set a monster free. 75% chance of setting a monster free. No, nothing. Fuck. Okay, well, never mind. Alright. Here we are again. Week 24. This will be the last one of the day because we've just gone past 1 o'clock, but that's fine. So we have normal difficulty with a disaster room, gives us a trap and some gold. Hard difficulty with a disaster room gives us a new monster, which could be useful, and some gold. Or we have the hard difficulty, which gives them a resting room, but we do have the opportunity of potentially getting an artifact, which might be useful. I don't know. So yeah. Alright, get ready to vote. #1, #2, or #3. Yep. Either of those. I mean, the artifact could be useful. A new monster could be useful. So, yeah. Gonna have to be quick. Well, there we go. Time's up. It was 50-50, so I don't know which one we're getting. Great. Alright, so if you'd like to give my monsters enhanced resistance, then you can type #2 in the chat. I don't know what we're up against here. Oh, level 7s? A level 7 and 2 level 6s? This is going to be fun. It did register it at the end because it said 50-50. So this is going to be tough. So he's going to be enraging everyone. He's going to be reducing the amount of morale that gets lost by 50% and putting dodge on things. His resistances are increased by 15, and he moves people about. That's kind of annoying. Okay, great. Good. Amazing. Great. Alright. So, let's put the rallying horn in here. And then we have our setup as we do normally for our Skelly Boys. And then let's put the mouth shutter in here just in case. Just in case they get to this point. If they do, and they get to the boss, then we're probably screwed, honestly. So let's hope it doesn't get to that point. Little dude, run! Run, little dude. Alright. No lollilos for you. Okay, so these guys are already starting to start taking extra damage. No. Spectral Claw. That is a lot of morale. That is a lot of morale damage. Which is exactly what we want. Okay, it looks like they've all lost their stacks of Terrified, so let's get them some more Terrified. He's probably going to die before he gets to do anything else, though, so never mind. But still. Reduce their morale by huge amounts, which is great. Let's do some more. Let's do some more. Front dude is going to run away before we have to worry too much about him. Alright, Bone Boys, let's get him. Let's get him to run away. Good. Let's see. Ooh, a big old fireball. Holy moly, that almost killed him. A big old fireball from Let's Quest there. Holy shit. If I go here, that'll kill that guy, won't it? Yeah. Alright, so it's just the bard left. And my versus my dudes. Let's get the pheromones on this guy. And then let's quest with the big fire column. Ta-da! So we've got a new trap. New traps. Poisonous plant. Ooh, not had that before. Does nature damage and applies nature weakness. This one does 50 nature damage and applies poison, but only to the front target. That one does damage to everyone, and that one does. And we've had the circular saw. Yeah, circular saw before. Oh my god. So yeah, 17 blood, 9 tears, and 101 gold. So that's not too bad. Not too bad. Let's go with the poisonous plant for the nature weakness. We've not had a poisonous plant before either, so that's cool. So there we go. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Oh, we're all great. We're all gravy. We're all gravy. We're all good. Okay. I'm going to leave it there then for today because it's 1:15 already. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. Shall we see if there's anyone around to send you to? There probably isn't because there very very rarely is. That I like to send you to, but you never know. There might be someone today that makes me think, oh, maybe we will. Oh, Becky's playing some Dead by Daylight. I'll send you over to her. I'll send you over to her. Hang on, let me just make sure that she's actually. Is she actually? Oh, she's only been live for like an hour, not even an hour. So yeah, we'll send you over to her. She's a good bean. We'll send you over to her. Okay, let's do a little raid. Yeah, she's playing some Dead by Daylight. She's not been playing for very long. So yeah, go and say hello to her. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I'll be back tomorrow as usual. Tomorrow being Tuesday? Oh my god, yeah. Tuesday. Tomorrow being Tuesday, so yeah, we'll be back. I'll be back for some more of this on Tuesday. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. We'll play some more. It'll be great. Thank you all for stopping by. And I'll see you then. I'll see you then. Alright. If you've got emotes, don't forget to spam emotes when you get into the channel and say hello and stuff. And I'll see you tomorrow. Look after yourselves. Be good. And remember, if you can't be good, be careful. Alright. I'll see you later. Okay. Let's go. Let's go.